Welcome back to Growing with the Gowans. In today's episode, we're going to take you along for a flooring delivery, show you around the antique mall, and give you a little behind the scenes action on how we manage our antique mall that ships. And then we'll head over to the farmhouse to see all the recent updates on our 1890s home. Let's get started.
We sold some flooring to someone up in Atchison, Tennessee. It's not too far. So we're heading to the store. We're going to pick up that flooring from the store, and then we're going to get it delivered for them.
We're in Dalton, for those of you that are not from around here. It's on Walnut Avenue. Oh, it's starting to rain. What do you do when it rains?
This flooring is actually waterproof flooring. It's really not supposed to rain much today. It's covered up in plastic, but it should be fine. Rugs, you definitely don't want rugs to get wet at all. We always seal it up in plastic bags for those rugs when we're doing a rug delivery, or if it's supposed to be like a ton of rain that day, or we rent U-Haul trailers and trucks. I'll just rent like an enclosed U-Haul trailer. We're a U-Haul dealer, so we we have some at the store.
How convenient.
We're here, Mommy.
This is LVP flooring. This one's a little thicker than your standard LVP flooring. It's waterproof, pet resistant, doesn't scratch. It's $229 a square foot. We're delivering this today. We try to deliver when it's within an hour or two drive. It's not too far of a drive. We'll deliver it ourselves because we save quite a bit. Freight's really expensive. We offer free shipping for people anywhere in the United States and the lower 48 states.
While he's working on hooking up this trailer, I thought it'd be fun to share a little bit about our past.
When we met, I was an elementary teacher, he was a garbage man, and I helped him on his routes, and it was the nastiest, the hardest job. Whew. Do you miss being a garbage man?
Not really.
You handled it a lot better than I did. I did not get into it. I would help with the paperwork side of things, the kind of the bookkeeping, but auto pay and all that, making sure everything is going through, but ugh. Takes a special person to be able to do it. How long did you do it?
I did it for about 4 years. Started right when I graduated from college. And yeah, did it for 4 years and then ended up selling that business.
Did you ever have a job like right out of college, or?
I mean, I had a job, a part-time job like in college, but I've never had like a full-time job. I've always just worked for myself.
Have you ever had a load so big that you almost didn't make it? Even that one you did recently? Was that a close call?
Nah, I'm pretty safe when it comes to not overloading the trailer. I try to always keep it a couple thousand pounds under, or at least 1,000 pounds under the weight capacity. So like that, I did a delivery earlier this week, and I had to rent a bigger trailer because it was like 9,000 pounds.
How do you unload all this flooring?
Well, this one I'm just gonna load by hand, which it's very time consuming, but I'll sometimes use a pallet jack to unload, and I'll just have one setting at the end. That's what these ramps down here. Actually, I had these ramps made custom, like flat, so I could roll pallets off, and I do that sometimes.
Just depending on the driveway and where it's going.
Yeah, it's got to be level. You really need to be able to go directly into the garage, but this one we're just going to unload this one by hand, or I'm going to unload it by hand.
How much do you think each one of these weighs? Like, you might look at it and think, oh, it's not that heavy, but these are
maybe like 40 pounds a piece. That delivery I did earlier this week, they were 64 pounds a box.
Oh my gosh.
That was a little heavier. But
and that was like 3 palletfuls, wasn't it?
no, that was like 4 pallets.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, it was a good bit.
He took Ryan with him. Hopefully we can introduce y'all to Ryan sometime. He helps us a lot. He's so sweet.
If y'all know anything about dock doors, you know they can be a little bit of a pain. They're either going to get hung up or they're going to fly down. I don't take any chances, so I use 2 hands.
Oh, yeah. Where would I find that?
They're like on that table by the
Okay. Let's go find some cardboard corners. I don't know what that's gonna be used for, but I'm sure he'll tell us. I always joke and I'm like, this is his side of the store. And then I'll run over here and tell you, show you all the other one. That's his side, the rugs and flooring. I don't know much about that. And then there's my side. I call this the fun side. I'm just kidding. It's all fun. Okay, let's not get distracted. He's waiting on us. I don't know how many he needs, but we're just gonna grab some. Just grab a bunch. What do you use the corner things for?
like on that pallet doesn't have this wood on top, so you don't want to tighten it too tight where it could break to pieces if it's too tight.
Ooh, okay. If you need shorter ones, I can go grab shorter. Oh, well, that works too. You wonder what all that noise is? What's that? I-75. We're right off the exit. Oh, well, while he's doing that, let me show you the back of the building, because you can actually see it from the interstate. Somebody painted this for us on the back. Looks so good. And it's actually worked out really well. We get in quite a bit of customers who come in just because they see us from the interstate. We're like, woohoo! Don't even have to pay for a billboard. Which we actually have done that. We've paid for a bunch of billboards. And honestly, none of them have paid off as much as this has.
Before we head out on the flooring delivery, I wanted to go ahead and show y'all what it looks like for us to take pictures for our Facebook page. If you already follow us on Facebook, you know that we post hundreds of photos every single week on Facebook where people just comment sold to claim and we'll add it to their box. We do most of our posting Monday through Wednesday, but we've tried to do a little bit more posting throughout the end of the week and then also on Sundays. So right now I'm working on some Sunday special posts. We do try to stick with a particular theme whenever we're doing posts for the day. The theme for this particular Sunday special post is cats, dogs, and trinkets. Overall, taking photos is pretty easy. It's just really time consuming.
Oh, it's cute. All right, let me get it. Hang on. Let me bring it back down. Thank you. And I need the front side too. Thank you.
We try our best to get as many vendors as possible in our photos every single week. Our heaviest posting day is every Monday. We do Monday Madness, so we post every hour on the hour. This can take anywhere from an hour and a half to 2.5 hours to take photos of all the things for that particular day's post. We do schedule all of our posts ahead of time too, just to make life easier for us.
These little chickens up here. Let me get this one. He's little. Cute little rooster. Oh, it's a shaker. Ooh.
When we take pictures, we always do our best to try to show the picture of the item and the price tag. It just makes it a lot easier for everyone trying to claim items. People are claiming items from our Facebook page, Southern Home Outlet, and then also the Southern Home Outlet Insiders group, and that's where vendors post too.
That's cool. And I hope I don't break this. This one is Cave's Homestead. We'll pop over just to see. But she's moving in. Oh, she does have a kitty cat. $4 kitty cat. Okay, surely your dad has.
These for my
Oh, I thought that was the skeleton, or the what was that? The squirrel bones, but I think he did sell that.
Oh yeah, he sold the squirrel bones. Oh, that had a cat on it.
Okay, well, if it's got a cat. Makes the cut. Oh, look at the sleeping kitty.
There's the dog right
Oh,
there.
there's a cat.
Dog.
Alright, I did it.
Now it's time to hit the road.
Alright, we just made a pit stop and just got some gas. What was the damage?
$116.47.
Woof.
That's the cost of delivering flooring, I guess.
Do you like your truck?
Yeah, I think she'll do just fine. But I like it. I think it's really nice.
It's nice.
Got a
It's
pretty
comfy.
good. Definitely needs to be cleaned out right
Yeah.
now.
It's kind of nice back seat too for whenever the kids come along. We usually take my car, but for doing deliveries, we do have to take the truck.
We wanted something with an extended cab so the kids could come along and we could do trips like this. Like if it was a regular cab, I'd just be doing this by myself. But we get to do stuff like this where I'm working and I'm delivering flooring, but we're also gonna go to some stores in this area and kind of make a trip out of it.
Where have we gone so far on this trip? Did Arkansas. That was pretty fun.
Arkansas was the first trip, so that was like, gosh, was it a few days after we bought the truck, or maybe a
Yeah, it was
couple
like
weeks?
right. No, it was probably within the same week.
Yeah, because that trip I was planning on renting a truck, and we were going to make a trip out of it, and then ended up just buying this one, and because we were planning on doing a lot of trips like this, and so yeah, Arkansas.
Oh, it was Dolphin Island. Was Dolphin Island the first one?
No, Arkansas was the first.
Okay.
That was
Dolphin Island was
the first trip we did.
Dolphin Island's my favorite trip we've had so far.
Yeah, and then I had a delivery in Gulf Shores, Alabama, which that's a little further than what I would deliver flooring just myself. But if we make a trip out of it, it makes more sense. So we ended up, we stayed at Dolphin Island in Alabama, which was maybe 30 or 45 minutes from my delivery address, and we stayed down there a few days. A lot of fun.
That was a really good trip. Virginia. Didn't we take this one on? We took my car on that
Yeah,
one.
we took yours. That was
That's
just.
That was a smaller delivery.
Yeah, it was a roll of carpet, and actually a couple of rolls of carpet, but it wasn't very heavy. And
I have an Expedition, so
yeah,
we got space for it.
The Expedition it's a big SUV. It can tow. We can't tow like this order today would be too heavy for it, but stuff like that, the Expedition, you can tow stuff. So we ended up taking the Expedition for that trip.
And then while we were there, we actually got to see one of our customers, Miss Jill. We did a delivery to her, and that was fun. We got to deliver the carpet, but then also the goodies from the vintage store too. That was okay. You can have some. That was a good trip too, for the most part. I did get really sick with food poisoning, and then also just found out I was pregnant, so morning sickness was kicking in. So that was fun.
That seemed rough.
Yeah, we were planning to go to a bunch more thrift stores and all that, but I was just as sick as a dog, so I didn't do a whole lot
It
of
was
it.
still fun though. I know you were sick in bed for a couple days.
They had a good time.
But no, we stayed at a little. You have to enjoy it a little bit.
I
but
did.
like we
The first,
stayed
like, 2 days.
stayed at a farmhouse, and this was before we actually bought the house, our farmhouse. We were like, yeah, let's stay on a farm and kind of get.
We were talking
feel.
about it. So.
Yeah, get the feel for it, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, after we stayed at that farmhouse, it was just so quiet and peaceful. We're like, okay, yeah, this is a good decision, good choice for us. I think this will be a good fit for our family. I But that particular farmhouse, they did have cows on the property, and it was really cool to just sit outside the backyard, and then there's just cows just walking right up and to the fence, of course. But now I don't know if we're going to get into farm animals, but what do you think?
Not right away. That seems, I mean,
I don't know if we're going to ever do cows.
Yeah, being on a farm is a lot of work, and we're going to have lots of work, but I think we're going to start off with the plants. So like, plants can't run away, and you don't have to chase them down, and you just have to water them.
Well, you have to keep them alive, but it's not as big of a deal if they die, I guess. Like, at least not to our, well, the level of, to the level of what we're doing anyways.
Micah ended up falling asleep in the car, so I did not get out of the car to go film Josh unloading all the flooring, but he did unload everything one by one, and the owner did help him, so that was super sweet. After the delivery, we headed out to the farmhouse to see how much progress they've made.
All right, let's check out some progress. We've done white walls in here and green. Oh, I love it. This wall is looking really good. So is our contractor like with a big company, or you want to talk about him a little bit?
He's kind of a smaller contractor, but he's been doing it for like 40 years.
How did you find him?
A guy who also owns a flooring store recommended me to him. We had some really bad foundation problems. He kind of specializes in foundational repair and I guess masonry. He did the fireplace over here, which turned out really good. But he really has a lot of experience in a lot of different areas, so he's been doing a lot of the repairs.
I know some people say you get what you pay for, which is true, but this contractor's been really affordable. He's way cheaper probably than a lot of normal contractors, I guess.
Yeah, he's very honest and does quality work. He's done a phenomenal job.
Josh is really good about connecting with people, and he's got contacts for everything. So if you're in the Dalton area and need any kind of help with home renovations, plumbing, electrical, contract, or construction work, that kind of stuff, Josh is your guy. But you want to talk about this right here? Josh is really wanting a real fireplace, I guess. So
yeah, when we bought this, I mean, if you look out this window, you might be able to see it. Yeah, you can kind of see the side of it. There's an old chimney, and we thought there was like a propane fireplace right here, and I was like, let's just take that out and have a real fireplace. But it turns out once we removed that propane fireplace, unfortunately, it was just a hole in the wall for like a wood burning stove. So that chimney is specific for a wood burning stove. But we decided to build this so it's like a real fireplace, and then we bought a wood burning stove to kind of sit in there, and see that's the hole for it. So we're gonna put an elbow in there, and we'll still have the fun of making fires and enjoying real fires, but it'll be in a wood burning stove. So
looks really good. Yeah, Josh just told me that he's wanting to do a fireplace like this, so I just went on Pinterest, found a picture, and I didn't give the guy any kind of measurements. I just showed him a picture of, oh yeah, I'd like for it to look like this, and it looks almost identical to it. It looks really, really good. Something he did differently here than on the picture is that on the original picture, there was only just like this much space for a little mantle, so I love that we have so much more space up here.
The mantle is actually cut up from the wall. We had this wall over here. It was that log cabin wall right here, and we just kind of wanted to open this room up, make it feel a little bigger. So we took that wall out, and we had a lot of good beams from that wall. So that was actually when they cut up some of those beams, and I think it turned out really good, and we're able to preserve, some of the original structure and reuse it in the fireplace mantle.
Something else they've done recently is this part. They've stained that. Is this the same stain as that over there, or is it different?
Yeah, it is. I still don't know if we want to stay with this, we might just stay with this moved in and then change it up a little bit later down the road. But I kind of want, I don't know, if we could cover it with like wood planks, make it look a little nicer.
Yeah, or we could do faux brick or something. I don't think they've done anything new with the cabinet since the last time we were here, but they have done some painting.
Lighting's probably not great.
Yeah, it is a little dark, but that's okay. It's all part of the process. Here's that green again. I don't think it is gonna work. It's looking good in here.
Josh is going to show y'all another piece of equipment he purchased. It's his new wood splitter.
All right, so what are we gonna do with all this wood?
Well, we have a wood burning stove, so firewood. We are going to be clearing like 2 to 3 acres of timber, and that's to make space to do our blueberry farm. Wanting to build a small pond too, so we need to clear some of these trees, and instead of just burning all that wood, burning is labor intensive. I know, I mean, it's easy, but you got to have the big machinery to pile up these. It's not free is my point. So we're just to keep our costs down a little bit and kind of recoup some of that cost of clearing the land. We're going to be splitting up firewood for us to use, and then we'll be selling some firewood. We might actually look into getting a little sawmill. I hate to just use cedar for firewood. I ended up cutting just a little bit of it up, but with some of those bigger cedar trees that we have to remove, kind of want to see if we can cut some boards out of it. Maybe we might build a deck or something. I think it'd be cool to have a deck made out of cedar wood. So
From our own property.
yeah. We're trying to be efficient with our resources, and I just hate to just pay someone to just burn wood. Everyone tells me you can just have someone come in and harvest all the timber and you'll get paid for it. But I think right now just that market's not there, because I've called probably 40 loggers, small loggers too, and I've only had one come out, and they were basically like, you know, we'll take it for free. So yeah, we're just trying to come up with creative ideas to use this wood.
We hope you enjoyed today's video. Please be sure to like and subscribe to our channel, Growing with the Gowans. Until next time, keep working hard and keep growing to build the life you've been called to live.